One of the most destructive traps in modern life is the obsession with image. Too many people are trying to look successful instead of becoming successful. They want the expensive lifestyle before the discipline. They want the appearance of status before the substance of growth. They want admiration without sacrifice. And this trap destroys people financially, mentally, emotionally, and spiritually, because it pushes them into a fake version of life that requires constant performance. Image is expensive when it is not supported by value. Think about how many people are under pressure every day because they are trying to maintain a lifestyle they have not truly earned. They buy things they do not need to impress people who are not even thinking about them that much. They chase clout, attention, status symbols, and appearances while neglecting the things that actually build long-term power, like skills, discipline, wisdom, savings, health, character, and real relationships. The danger of image is that it gives you temporary emotional rewards while robbing your future. It makes you feel important for a moment, but leaves you empty afterward, because what is built on appearance cannot deeply satisfy you. If your identity depends on what people see, then you will always be one opinion away from insecurity. That is not freedom. That is bondage with good lighting. Real value is different. Real value does not need to scream. It does not need to beg for attention. It does not need to constantly prove itself. Value is useful. Value is durable. Value solves problems. Value creates opportunities. Value attracts respect naturally because it is rooted in something real. If you want to become powerful, stop asking how to look important and start asking how to become valuable. What skill are you developing? What knowledge are you building? What discipline are you practicing? What problems can you solve? What kind of person are you becoming when nobody is watching? That is the question that matters. Because in the long run, the world does not reward fake presentation forever. Eventually, reality collects its debt. If you are all image and no substance, life will expose you. And many people break when that happens because they built their self-worth on the wrong foundation. The strong life is built differently. It is built from the inside out. It starts with values, not vanity. It starts with depth, not display. It starts with work, not applause. There is something deeply peaceful about becoming a person who no longer needs to look powerful because he is focused on actually becoming powerful. Such a person stops overspending to keep up appearances. He stops copying what social media tells him success should look like. He stops comparing his chapter 1 to somebody else's highlight reel. He understands that true progress is often invisible at first. He may look ordinary on the outside while building extraordinary foundations underneath. That is wisdom. Because many of the people who look ahead of you are not truly ahead. Some are financed by debt, insecurity, and pressure. Some are exhausted from maintaining a life they cannot sustain. Some are trapped by an image they are afraid to lose. Do not envy what you do not fully understand. A quiet life with real direction is better than a flashy life with hidden instability. The obsession with image also distorts decision-making. It makes people buy emotionally instead of strategically. It makes people choose careers for appearance instead of fit. It makes people stay in relationships for status instead of peace. It makes people lie to themselves because the truth would damage the brand they are trying to project. That is no way to live. Image-centered living creates a fragile person because the whole structure depends on external reactions. But value-centered living creates stability. Why? Because value travels with you. Your skills travel with you. Your discipline travels with you. Your mindset travels with you. Your integrity travels with you. Even if you lose money, status, or applause, value helps you rebuild. That is why substance matters more than style. Style may get attention, but substance keeps doors open. If you build yourself into a person who can solve problems, Communicate clearly, stay disciplined, think long-term, and handle pressure with maturity. You become hard to ignore. Not because you are loud, but because you are useful. This is how real influence is built. Not through pretending, but through becoming. Not through flexing, but through producing. Not through showing off, but through adding value consistently. So if you really want to rise in life, learn to detach your identity from image. Stop performing success. Build it. Stop chasing admiration. Earn respect. Stop trying to seem rich, wise, serious, or disciplined. Become those things for real. Because eventually, life rewards the real thing. And one day the people who spent years polishing their image, without building their value, will still be trying to convince the world, while the people who quietly built value will no longer need to convince anyone. Their life will speak for them. Own your path means refusing to live for appearances. It means building a life so solid on the inside that you do not need to decorate it with fake signals on the outside. And when you live that way, you stop being controlled by the crowd. You stop performing for people. You start becoming someone real. And that is where true power begins.